Well, we need a moment of silence until all the children run away from this content. Yep. While we do that, I'll just look into witches, man. But there's the good ones that just melt my brain now that I typed it in. I used to be obsessed about this shit. Now I'm obsessed about this shit because, goddamn it, we need to deter all the children from watching the porn videos. And of course, the more you say don't watch, the more they will watch, no matter what it is. That's fine. The internet will disappear, don't worry about it. You won't have access to everything just by default. Just because some technology exists doesn't mean that, just like cars exist, right? But eventually you have to create so many roadblocks and you have to add police to police this stuff. Similarly with porn, I feel like there's going to be intense policing of some kind because you can definitely dive deep into some insane things that will just destroy your brain. All right? But because you guys gonna do it with me, the virgin boy who's immune to everything because I still haven't experienced sex, so I don't have a traumatizing experience, and potentially that's a very fucking good deal that I can deliver to people, and that's probably why my consciousness is growing so fast that people just want to stay away from me. I don't know what kind of domino effect is going around, but sex is mind-blowingly, insanely weird, all right? It doesn't just feel good, all right? It also blows your mind, makes you a sucker to reality, and sort of you get to make a lot of friends. Sex is pretty much covering all the grounds in the most intense manner imaginable, basically challenging you as a person in every way. Like, there's no escape. So, if you ever want to be challenged in every way, which I don't recommend most people to do, well, that's, you're ready. Congratulations. That's, you're horny because you want to be challenged. You want to be somewhat evil, somewhat flex your powers, somewhat see how far you're gonna get. And this topic is, you know what? It's pretty intense. All right. What we covered so far was this new thing where you can just use and abuse women the way you feel like. No, obviously there's no violence in there. You sign a contract and it's like, well, I am yours, I guess. Do whatever, whenever. It, unfortunately, it's like not comfortable that way. It would make more sense to make free use men, where you just like playing a game and a woman just kind of starts rubbing at you. Like it would make a lot more sense. But it's still an intense topic either way. It's just like how often are women gonna be laying down on their bellies, bro? Because that is the most comfortable free use position. They're just laying down, doing something with their phones. This is often, all right? You're gonna be often doing something with your phone, but that's about it. And at some point, it becomes like a boring nonsense. This is not just two videos I've made. I'm not sure why I didn't label the first one properly, but it doesn't show up. So, we warmed up to that point. I just looked into random porn categories that are like very obscure. I don't think anything stands out from that experience. I barely remember. All right. But it was just like weird warm up thing, but we just now diving into like the most serious things, the most extreme things. So again, I would recommend you do a warm up of some kind as well, or just wait until I make more mild versions of these videos, because I don't know what impact any of my stuff has to society. I don't care, because I can't possibly comprehend what consequences I project into the future. I can't control that. So I can sort of fearlessly do whatever I want on YouTube and just see what happens. Because if consequences don't actually occur instantly, like, how am I supposed to avoid that? If I definitely don't know what the consequences are, I just have to try and find out. And right now, jumping on the bandwagon and draining internet of its value, I mean, it's my greatest passion of all time. That feels way more powerful than anything PewDiePie or MrBeast have ever done combined. You know, because you can make so much better content, but you also have to appeal to a wide audience if you want to truly succeed in life and truly understand what is the norm. You know, I can't really normalize these videos because it's messed up. So hopefully there's not a lot of you guys survived the first 5 minutes and you're not gonna just skip around because there's nothing to see. Just watch porn yourself at your own risk. Congratulations. I'm just gonna guide through people who want to explore the concept without picking their own brains too much. So let's dive in. Let's see what we find, because I have no idea. I don't actually explore orgy content. I just know that it's insane. You can see that there's no button for that. All right, this is just generic this. But each time we explore a big ass category, I just have to add it in as a new button. I just have to, because I know it's going to be intense. I know it goes deep, and once we fully explore the concept, then we fully know what it contains and when can I, you know, submerge myself into it. So let the journey begin. Well, what is the context behind orgies? Well, yeah, I still haven't covered this one. The DP18, the 4-letter thing that can summon demons very quickly. All right, Demon Portal 18. Yep, that's how it's called basically. That's what it actually shortens. I literally no, it's double penetration technically, but you know, it's a lot cooler to say Demon Portal. So I'll just do that. If you want if you want to do that, be my guest. And there's some cute girls in there that I tend to save, so this is how I use this. In free use, I want power. In this, I want to actually like save people. And in orgies, I don't know. I just want to survive, I think. I want to survive an orgy. This how it's gonna, you know. This is how we're gonna lay down the groundwork. The pie. The cake of insanity. We have to bake one because it sounds pretty delicious. Orgy is meant to be survived. I guess we're gonna pick one and try and survive it, and Jesus Christ, will it be fucking difficult. Challenge, that's porn challenge, guys. It's just porn, though. Just people putting sticks in their bodies. There's nothing crazy going on, am I right? But if you have any spiritual inkling of intuition, you will be torn. You will be destroyed. You will start... This is how you open your consciousness, basically. Yes, it's weird. But it's right there. Right there in the corner. You click a few buttons, and now you know, entering a whole nother realm of possibilities. Just completely different worlds that you have never seen before. Like, how is that possible? Clearly has something to do with something that people don't usually explore and understand. And I just call it spirituality, the interconnection of everything. Which, for a long time, I didn't even give a fuck about that. I just cared about logic and programming until I just got knocked out by a girl, dude. Just knocked out. Boom. And then I had to recover. Yeah. So DP, I'm not sure how it made any sense, because like, yeah, no. I'm looking back into history. I can't piece one thing in my life, but it was just basically I still remember being suicidal because I can't pay my rent. And I just went back home and I'm like, oh shit, I'm living the best life imaginable. But at the same time, I'm not sure if this is the right thing to do. But I'm like, I don't have any options. So I guess that's fine. That's fine with me. I literally have no options. I'm like interconnected here. I could piss off a bunch of people, but they don't seem to care that much or want to be pissed off in the comfort of their homes anyways. So everything's working out flawlessly except for one thing, but we'll see. All right, so TP and then this free use thing that we explored gives you power to do sex whenever. It's not power to do whatever you want with a person, it's whenever you want. You can have sex, and that's about it. And the girl is not gonna care too much. The most powerful free use is basically pickup artistry, which is not being shown in these videos. But if you like put like actually working class people with uniforms and stuff, and then call it free use, all of a sudden it gets pretty weird. All right, then it's pretty wacky, because now you're exceeding power in all these for all these occupations, for all these careers that people would have, and they still have to think of like, oh shit, people could still have sex with me. My brain can just turn off at any moment. It's all of this is dangerous, all right? All of this is just dangerous nuclear technology, if anything. And that is the actually true version of like nuclear weapon, right? It's just the idea that someone has free will to be dangerous. You know, that's what a nuclear weapon is, because nuclear weapons don't actually exist. But what exists is potentially sexually transmitted diseases and ideas and all the spiritual nonsense. Like, I don't know what's gonna happen when I lose my virginity. Is the world gonna stop? Is reality gonna freeze? Am I gonna get a superpower? Because this is what I'm anticipating for. Like, this is no joke. I'm literally anticipating fucking weird shit to happen. Fucking demon portal to show up. And it's like, congratulations, you're not a saint anymore. Now you have to fight with demons. Like, actually. Like, you have to wield a sword and attack demons now. Like, what? Literally, that could happen. Like, literally, reality can shatter itself simply because I'm no longer attached to it in a way. Or whatever. Like, I don't know. I don't know. This is how torn I am about all of this. I try to save people from absolute darkness. Because, like, 18-year-olds are, like, known to be innocent, the most innocent available, and yet, you still get into trouble. See, the funny thing is, like, porn is not legal underage, but sex is legal underage of 18 in certain places, which is weird. I still find it weird, but acceptable. It's just like, great. We all have decided, guys. We have all decided. Also, yeah. We don't want to wake up the sleeping giant, guys. There's a sleeping giant in the vicinity that pretends that she doesn't hear anything, but I don't think so. You know, I don't think so. I think she's riddled with lies and bullshit, is what it is. Yes, I'm talking about my mom, and I'm scared, bro. All right? It's like there's a bear. When it comes to spirituality, I'm a fucking raccoon, and there's a bear in the room behind the wall. So, yeah, I hope you guys excited, because, you know, like, when we're dealing with spiritual things, all of a sudden, you're in trouble. No matter what. No matter what you do, you're just in trouble. You're expanding your consciousness, but you're also annoying everyone because you're getting more power and you're going to be in their lives for some fucking reason. You're just a random person with random intentions. Who the fuck knows if you're evil or not? How am I going to figure it out? Everyone is getting brain damage just because you exist. Like, of course, guys. We have problems. Anything I say, I walk through the minefield is like, it's bad. So what is that last thing we may never know? I think we just have to move on. Should I? Should I move on though? What could it? We have to speculate. Like, what could it be? What could it be though? What is the thing that I care about? I care about hentai. Is that the thing? Because that is, anything is possible in hentai. It's like the Matrix, the cartoons. But I don't know if that's the thing. Also, Zoo would fit into this archetype because everyone is fantasizing at hentai of like, there's furries, there's tentacle monsters. There's also kind of, it's just basically spawning animals. So I can't help myself but to do this. Zoo and hentai. All combined into one whatever, you know. And it's gonna get ridiculously intense really fast because of AI technology, you know. Oh, look at all these weird creatures that mainly want sex, you know, not much else. So when I look into people with big dogs, I'm like, you guys have no idea what you're doing, right? Like, you're a bunch of idiots. You have a big dog. Like, if you want to detect brain damage instantly, just find someone with a big dog and you will know they're mentally ill to beyond repair. All right? It's just beyond repair. You have no idea what you're doing. Like, haven't you seen a wolf before? Haven't you went into the forest and met a wolf? Yes, because you don't want to. So why the fuck you bring one into your home? How is that a difference, right? The moment your home turns into a forest, you get eaten. Or get sexually abused by a fucking animal. I'm sorry, bro. So this is the world we live in. And most people don't have their eyes closed because they don't fucking know how to open them. You need knowledge, all right? It's not facts or feelings. You need a combination of following your heart into the right opinions that are actually valuable. Value is what it takes. Knowing both facts and feelings and mixing them in and using them as alchemical ingredients for value in general. All right. Oh, see, there's no highlighted word though. You know, it's just lust in a way, but lust splits into two. So there's still. This is cool. I like that. All right, guys. And no, this is not 2 words. This is 1 word, but it looks like 2 words because I put a fucking gap in it. All right. It's weird. I get it, but it's just 1 word. So technically, there's only 2 words highlighted on each layer of the cake. How fascinating. All right, now the introduction is completely finished. You can click away now because you're not going to get any more value from sitting here. Because usually it's best to just do things yourself. But hey, you need a hand. Why not? You know, just know that it's sort of a date. So don't be gay about it, all right? Ask a girl out to explore these concepts. Like, it's the greatest bonding experience anyways. Watching porn together. Yeah, I know. It's weird. It is what it is, though. You have to explore everything, especially, like, if you have another person to come over that you want to bond with. That is a perfect opportunity. So, hey, consider, all right? And, like, one thing I have to consider is, like, again, how does reality work? Because, like, reality wants to tear me apart and fill me up with manipulation, basically. But it's like loving manipulation where I don't feel real anymore because I expanded so much. But I don't want to explore this concept because I feel manipulated. This is too important of a video for a lot of people. And I don't want to blow people's minds. No, it's like the closer you get to spirituality, the less you feel that you can actually control yourself properly. It's the same kind of like being social and making a video. You can't really fully control yourself, and that makes it spicy. You know, you can't really control what happens, especially if you sign a contract. Like, shit is crazy. Like, porn is crazy when you sign a contract because people know you're stuck. You're stuck doing that with that dude, with these girls, you know, all together. So in an orgy, people are stuck in the craziest contract ever and nobody wants to leave. They're just stuck in a fucking goofball of disgusting materials. I guess that's why people watch slime videos. Because deep down, we all know what it's all about. Am I right? This is the stickiest material you will find in life, bro. Just like the social contract of like, but no one should leave. Especially when you're naked, you can't even leave without super duper awkwardness of like people literally wanting to destroy your life if you do that. You literally have to survive an orgy, which is like, do I have to? No. No, you don't have to. You have to sign proper contract, though. And you can still sort of wiggle yourself out of it. But holy shit. The thing we're gonna dive into, I'm realizing, is gonna be pretty weird. But just like the other things, there's always a back door of some kind of sanity. The back door of sanity, there's always there. It's just, you know, once you dive into the darkness, you gotta just be careful and respectful. Most people can't fucking do that, unfortunately. Next thing I would dare to ponder is the idea of what do we want from an orgy? What kind of types of that we can find here? And there's also all kinds of fucking storylines. One thing I will tell you guys, as much as you would want to believe things, do not believe. Sex is as spiritual thing, it disappears. Once people want to go into the shadows to have sex, but it just disappears over time. So you don't have to actually believe whether someone had sex with someone or not, someone hooked up, that the body count actually matters. This stuff like counts down very quickly. You will forget about all these encounters unless you're like very, very spiritual sensitive and traumatized in a way. Then it doesn't erase itself, but then you just have to solve the problem. It's just a problem to be solved. It's a completely different definition if you get traumatized and you actually remember a bad experience. If you remember good experiences, then yes, you have a body count of sleeping with angels, which is probably not going to happen in your lifetime. I'm just going to be like very annoying and say that, like, okay, maybe you're going to sleep with one angel and that's how you're actually going to be losing virginity. That could be another definition of losing virginity. There's now plentiful of definitions of that. I could probably make a cake of that as well. I don't think I should do that in this episode. So yeah, actually there was another sex episode, education, when I talked about zoo in the first place. Yep, and hentai. I talked about it as well at some point in my career. So you can watch those as well. Or find them somehow. Alright. So, where were we? Yeah, you're not gonna sleep with an angel that easily. But you probably should get a chance. Alright? Everyone should get a chance for obvious reasons. And you should treat... If you're a super duper virgin, like myself, I will treat the first encounter as a Holy Spirit, bro. Fucking Virgin Mary as well. Oh, wow. But again, you can erase spiritual things. You can just remove them. You can manipulate them. So body count is a spiritual thing. that can be manipulated unless men come into play, project their toxic masculinity, and say that body count is forever uh, under your belt. Everyone knows that. You killed people and you're general now. You have medals of honor everywhere, like a woman, you know. But if that's how we treat things, that's how it is. Then those body counts don't actually get erased that easily anymore. People will actually care, and then spiritual things get locked up. I will escape that. I'm too powerful to fucking be stuck under rules of society, but you know, I also can't brag too much. I have to be a little bit humble and understand other people's struggle as well. So I have to feel the struggle just for the sake of understanding other people. Not myself necessarily, but other people. All right? When I get to deal with an angel, though, I will be destroyed. I will be destroyed. Like, if you look into PewDiePie's life, Marcia, pretty much an angel, confirmed. You know when you see an angel, you get closer to it, you just melt inside. Now, is it PewDiePie's angel, though? Nope, because there's a perfect match. All right? I'm not saying it's a terrible marriage. It's just not real. It's just Marcy is trying to give PewDiePie his life force, his forbidden life force. But that's not an angel. Angel has to be a perfect match. Just like there's 4 elements, as always. And my perfect match is water and fire. Alright? And until I get that perfect match in my life, well, guess what? And in a way, I actually, like, when I opened... Okay. You got a screenshot of that. My Instagram, write a DM. So I met this person, and she looks exactly like a perfect match, right? Mad. Well, that's fucking weird. She keeps updating her profile as we speak with her, but she seems like a perfect match, and I have to be careful. It's like, she will test me if I chose her, like spiritually just chose her to match up with her. She could become desperate and just pretend that I chose her, but this is very dangerous stuff. Like, your perfect match is gonna be stuck with you as a magnet, and I don't know what kind of spiritual fucking razor blades can cut us apart in that sense. So you gotta be careful. You gotta test you gotta throw everything at that person, and they still have to survive the fucking onslaught. We'll see. I don't know if the story with her is over. However, I will not settle until I get my Ariana Grande, bro. So there's gonna be a lot of boss fights in my life. I'm not gonna lie, but this is how you get there. This is how you get to the top. It's all sexual fucking nonsense in a way. But you have to break through the governmental control of hiding sexuality. And everything the government actually says that is like conspiracy level is still just kind of referring to sexuality in a way. All right? You must understand. But also refers to just reality and physical stuff that can happen to you if you're not spiritually protected. So it's like a mix of things that you can't really settle down with anything. So this is why, government can protect this concept. Yes, this introduction is ridiculously fucking long. I didn't expect that. What do you want? And then there's the disabled person that wants some encouragement, so hopefully that works. I mean, there's no way that this is not a nice thing to say. Alright. And then we have a God knows what going on. Oh, more disabled people attacking me. No. No thanks. No. You don't have to create an army against me, please. I'm not gonna write anything you still don't read. Well, that's a suicidal letter. I didn't want to read. Well, hopefully I can talk to I can at least kiss this person, okay? I can meet and kiss this one. I don't know. This one we have to stay away in the nicest way imaginable because that hits hard. If I wasn't nice, then she would fucking find me and destroy my life. Because I'm an internet person. I can't hide. It's not that easy, bro. She's gonna fucking file lawsuits, bro. Oh my god. She's gonna get pregnant and pretend that was my baby. Yes, she would do that. Okay? You must understand. Disabled people are just as evil as anyone else. I'm sorry, bro. Alright, so it seems like, I needed more introduction. Alright, let's pick 4 orgies that I like, that sort of have different flavor, and let's see how long I can survive, because my contract that I'm signing up right now, I can leave whenever I want, and if you don't like that, fucking die. Just fucking die, bitch. Okay? It's not gonna work that way. And if you lock the door behind me, well, I'll find a window. Don't worry about it. Or maybe it was my fault. No, it's like you almost like need a policeman to know about the orgy, because like you have to come out unharmed and all that shit in case you're a rich person and like the funny thing is, like, people attack pedophiles, and what they don't understand that pedophiles are mortal human beings, and when they're doing vile things, anyone can just stab them in the back and steal their shit. Like it just happens, bro. It just happens like that. So even in those weird situations where you're abusing children, you're still as vulnerable as you can get, because you're surrounded by other rich people who might, not be into the sexual stuff at all. They just want the reality check. Maybe they want justice in general. So even pedophiles are not safe to just do whatever the fuck they want. No one is safe. This is mentally insane what we're gonna dive into, because we already discussed most of the fucking crazy things for 30 minutes already. Again, the flash that you have seen a picture, all right? Don't attack me for that. YouTube sort of allows educational content. So, if it's just a flash and I can't help it, I can't really erase it from my video that easily. And once YouTube can trim my videos, and if they choose to do that, congratulations. They can do it themselves. I'm not gonna deal with this shit. But I'm definitely not intentional. I will not show anything stupid. I know the rules, and so do I. Is that the lyric? You know the rules, and so do I don't know what Rickroll means. I think it's the stupidest song ever. Intentionally stupid, where you're not supposed to find meaning in it. You're just not. I'm never gonna give you meaning. I'm never gonna let you have any meaning. And slowly you dive into fucking cancer of a song. Yeah, Rickroll is cancer. If there was ever cancer on the internet, that's Rickroll. Yeah. I'm not gonna say anything more. Just don't spread cancer, okay? Like Mr. Who's the Boss. One thing I also want to remind you guys is Selena Gomez and the super adventure of The Orgy World of Spring Breakers, yeah. I discussed that movie before. I even put it in a YouTube Rewinds. And, you know, if you want to watch a family-friendly movie about orgies, here you go. That's a good recreation of that. And you won't be disappointed. Yeah, so normally I filter this by teens and college orgies, like the more typical thing. But it's also kind of like hard to just survive that one because it's just like genuinely mentally ill people would do that at college. Like, this is not cool. Maybe if it's porn stars, like, it makes some sense. So I'll just watch the most popular ones because I don't want no fucking creepy shit to happen when I'm diving into this with so much force, you know? I'm literally fucking collecting an army and just like really removing the OG and changing it into AM. Is that how we have PM and AM? We just replaced it. Maybe not. Wait, it's still Ormy though. Interesting. Alright, so the most popular ones, it seems like there's one 8 years old, 2 years old, and 1 year old, and there's 3 months old. Now, these are uploaded at that date. They're not exactly that, but you can get sort of the vibe of like what happened 8 years ago. This is kind of interesting, right? Because that's a deep vibe. Maybe I can get 8, 4, 1, and recent. All right, I'll try and get this sort of idea. So I'm gonna go from oldest to newest because that's gonna mindfuck really badly. Oh, well, here we go, boys. Dipping our toes into lava. The worst thing ever. The hottest water ever. Or the coldest. We'll never know what we're gonna get. Coldest shower. Ugh. Ice bucket challenge, am I right? No, I'm not right. You guys can imagine that I will need headphones for this one. So the first thing that it brings me back to is like, oh, parties. Parties are harmless, right? Well, not anymore. And I was able to avoid them. And you have to like take a hint, but it's fucking crazy, fucking mental. How everything looks innocent until it doesn't. And that's how, you know, the world seems to want to work. It wants to work in deceptive ways. But at the same time, you fake it and you make it that way. And you make it innocent and you make it sort of like everyone scatters basically when you start talking your innocent speech, basically. Everyone gets their tummy aches, you know. So you're spiritually protected and you should, you know, keep it that way. 4 years ago, the world went woke. What does that mean? Well, black people became a sexual trope of like, oh shit, if I'm bored in life, the only thing I have to do is put a bigger dick into me, you know? It's the best way. So Americans have invented of like, if I'm bored, I just need more money and bigger dicks. That's it. It's like, but that's the deal with the devil, dude, don't you understand? That's just the deal with the devil. And so that was 4 years ago. But things gonna get weirder, am I right? Level 3, again, is now death mentality of like, oh, we have all this Vogue energy. We can literally destroy people's lives. Now we just need this spiritual fucking mentality to turn ourselves into monsters. Especially now that COVID is like, you know, harvesting people's sanity very quickly. But I feel like this is gonna turn around a little bit, and people will realize that they only destroy themselves by being mons spiritual monsters. Because you're a human being, unfortunately. You better stay that way. The only reason why it feels good is because that's all you get. That's all you're gonna get. Sexuality. And if you try and turn into a monster, it's not gonna feel good. Because people are gonna fucking shine the light on you, and you're gonna have to run away. You're just gonna be a mythology creature at that point. So, still not afraid just yet. I know there's gonna be twists and turns. Well, I survived 30 seconds of these 3 levels, and this is the first 30 seconds we're gonna go for. All these insights, man. Actually, I could just do that. I don't know. So, we've done this, right, for 30 seconds. I could do like this. So 30 seconds is like... We have done this. Alright. See, another thing that's going on here is now the next year when the COVID is like fucking draining everyone's wallets, you don't feel rich anymore. And then you feel like, okay, so I'm not rich, I'm just gonna dive deep into the waters and will be poor. You know, I will just feel the pain as if it's like ecstasy. Right? So people just quickly change their minds. Sexuality just can flick the switches in your brain so quickly. It's fucking mental, bro. And that's why people think like mental illness actually exists, because in spiritual worlds technically it does. And you have schizophrenia because you had sex with people. It's like everything goes away if you know that I'm a fucking virgin, bro. It all goes away. It's not some kind of spiritual monster behavior that I've done, and yet people still accuse me of being mentally ill when I'm an earth person and hospitalizable and should drink medication all the time because I'm danger to society, even though I'm a fucking virgin. So it's like, what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? Well, we're talking about evil all around me, trying to demote me into some fucking bullshit human being that I don't want to be. It's almost like I'm being asked a question, do I want to reveal the secrets of the Zero? And I'm like, yeah, that's the whole fucking point, bro. That's the final boss. As the cked crack is to appreciate this thing, whatever that is, smacked in the center. I guess I will reward myself for reaching the 30 seconds on each of them, and then the final thing, the black level, as a Trackmania reference, if anything. Oh my god, this is fucked up, man. It was fucked up. But here you go. Just watch porn, and you don't have to worry about much whatsoever in your life. And I think it applies to everyone. I think you can just waste your sexual energy, because I don't think you need it right now. In case people don't have enough love for each other. You just have to waste your sexual energy and just show that you don't want... You care, but you don't want to entangle yourself in trouble. Because that's the easiest way to do it. To avoid trouble or get into trouble. Just unleash your sexual energy. And then there's dude, you know, lurking around, doing his thing, you know, referencing dicks, and the fact that he's completely fine with attacking masturbation, which is like, yeah, you can hold your opinions, but spiritually, it's getting increasingly more tense, right? And when people say I'm offended, they're trying to say that I really want to destroy that idea that's floating around. But some people can just be triggered, or be trigger happy and just look for trouble. Those people I don't respect, but if you genuinely are offended and you want to talk about it, that's great. That's a whole nother level. All right. So as long as he wants to talk, I'm not suspicious of anything. As long as he wants to make YouTube videos, no, not suspicious. You know, he just wants to follow me, you know, in my footsteps and have a better life. Okay, something weird is going on. Someone doesn't want a final boss. Orange? No, it was just a car. It's just a weird car. I get to decide now, is it a coincidence or it's meaningful? I hate cars, so of course there's a fucking coincidence. Everything cars do is a coincidence. For now. Until I need them not to do coincidences. But we'll never know when I'm gonna sit in the next car as well. That's another fucking porn movie to be had. Any car to be had. Any car experience is just mental as well. It's just like having sex, I would imagine. No, well, masturbating rather. I think driving a car is more like having sex. But yeah, the world is twisting upon my eyes. So what Zero gave me a taste for is like technology. Technology is like improving exponentially fast, and the new generation is like diving into porn industry as well. Like all these Instagram sluts and OnlyFans generators, which are increasing in experience, and you have to like keep up with the new generation just to make sure they're not threatening anyone. But I need to find a better orgy that's new. So we'll get to actually pick and choose the best one, of course, the one that I like. It doesn't have to, like, I get to decide basically if it's a 0, if it doesn't even have a year notice, you get to decide what's going to be popular after all. That's cool. I will still pick out of the most popular ones, but I will filter now by it has to be less than 1 year old. This is why it's a final boss, because you decide. And you take your destiny, you take your, you know, blue pill, red pill. Whichever choice you decide, you'll have to stand your ground with that one. I mean, these are porn stars, so I don't know if that actually works. But something like this is nice. Christmas theme. I'm into that for obvious reasons. One of the most powerful spiritually protecting things is that if you don't make choices, if you don't consent, you're sort of not going to get into trouble, right? But you also have to know how to choose. All right? If someone presents choices, you have to be able to, again, stand your ground of like, okay, I'm doing this. We're going to do this till sort of the end of like, until you're emotionally drained. You have to also find that emotional peak, capture it, remove everything, all the emotional garbage, and then leave into your world to continue your own thing. You know, you have to you get drunk in a party, you get a hangover at home, but you have to keep that hangover feeling and play with it as well, because it's meaningful. Everything is meaningful. So holy shit, we're diving deep even without diving deep. Will we ever even beat 2 minutes of this game that we play? Because 1 hour and I'm out. I'm done. Because if you're a decisive person, your choices will matter. You know, that's the whole point. If your choices don't matter, if like your decision's not supposed to have any consequences, if you're not gonna stand by it, what's the point? You know, what the fuck is the point? But the moment war starts, you lose your side. You have to run away from your side. Everything gets erased. That's why wars kind of happen, is just to erase that spiritual bondage that people are in. People can be, you know, connected with language, with their friends. They have like spiritual bondages going on that only war can solve technically. Only threats of violence that people can still choose to accept, by the way. They can still choose to stand their ground, even though they're being told they will die if they do that. Holy shit. I mean, I know what she means, because she kind of sent me a dream, and I do feel that connection. And most importantly, like I was riding her across the street. Not sexual, but you know, everything is sexual at that point. Any connection is sexual. We're just having fun. But still, you know, I get blackmailed either way, right? That was the idea. I will I will be writing her into a group of people, and all of a sudden it's twisted and weird, and everyone cares about us too much, and she doesn't care about me. That's the actual blackmail is just to leave someone behind to deal with the trouble, right? Oh, I have a boyfriend, but we can cheat, but the boyfriend is going to be a trouble to you, but don't worry about it for now, you know. Worry about it later. We just gonna have fun. And yeah, that's the blackmail of like, oh no, I don't care about this guy. You can do whatever you want. I'm just gonna leave him after all. Which is pretty brutal. Especially Sweet is a perfect match with me. And I have to, you know, relive all the experiences very carefully. Because those are deep. That's a whole nother chapter in my life. Another interesting thing is privacy, of course. At some point, you will have zero privacy on the internet. So everything you do has to matter and not waste your time. Especially if the world wants you to earn money or some bullshit resource that, you know, you have to pay attention to. Like sanity, for example. Because it's weird. You have to be prepared to be observed all the time. You know, you have to stay in your morality space and only do things that are like very, very meaningful and sentimental to you that only you can understand. This way you cannot actually be observed. You stay in your own lane and no one can drive it until you finish your thing at any speed that you want, because it's your fucking lane. Actually, I'm changing my mind. Outpowered. How about that? The best survival is just to do it properly. Exhaust yourself, and then you just, like, leave. You know? I'm exhausted. Like, you have to outpower. You just have to dump all of the energy into the fucking fire or whatever. Who cares? That means this is completely different. You need to truly care for someone. Or make them care. So they do as well. That's much more fascinating to me, because this is very sentimental to me. I found a porn star that I really care about, that's fresh off the boat, and I'm gonna be following her footsteps. I literally haven't done that with anyone ever. So unless she doesn't want to fucking do it the whole way through, so we'll monitor her behavior. You know, we're gonna be the ultimate big brother. So I made up my mind on what the final boss is gonna be, and it's gonna be nothing because I don't have time for that shit. I've picked like 4 things, so it could be just a separate episode, me discussing that, but I'm probably just gonna do it in private anyways. Because it's more of a deeper experience that I can't share that easily, or comprehend even properly. So yeah, 8 years ago, we didn't care jack shit about anything. But we had to still climb a mountain to be able to fall down. And when I say we didn't care about anything, I also include video quality. Yeah, because of video quality, you get a few scapegoat moments where you just don't actually get much visual appeal at all. And people don't want to watch that sort of stuff anyways, or interact with it that much. But now that porn is like ridiculously enhanced in every way imaginable, it's very hard to avoid now. And now you have to familiarize yourself with it. So now it's going downhill. Absolutely. I'm starting to realize the actual reason for circumcision is that weird uh electric sound that happens. Yeah. The thing that people reference as FAP. That's the real reason for circumcision, if anything. There's nothing about having or not having sex. It's just probably Jews were annoyed by that sound. It's like, stop. I don't want to hear that in the next room when you're masturbating or whatever. And then just conveniently enough, oh, masturbation also goes away with that part of your body that makes that sound. No, but you have to, like, genuinely care about people who can hear it in the first place, who can feel the vibes. You have to care. Which I can only do after a video, conveniently enough. Yeah, there's two worlds, man. Women who want to submit to something, and men who want submissive creatures to help them, basically. Do their things. How do these worlds intertwine? Who knows? But it's pretty icky, okay? In a weird way. Because whatever feels good makes you addicted, makes you do things, motivates you in life in general. And you never really forget the ultimate programming system that is sex. Yeah, and only after watching a bunch of that can you understand what Elon Musk is actually doing. Just fucking around with the most toxic platform ever created, where people just upload their consciousness and keep their anonymity, which is like, what the fuck is the point? And so Elon Musk just bought it and is fucking around with it, and he's gonna die happy, even if it's early. He knows how to have sex with programs and websites, I guess. I don't know, man. I would know. I would know how to do that. Actually, I wouldn't, because I don't like legal stuff at all. When I say that, I mean thinking about legal things. What legal is and illegal. Like, I don't care about that stuff. If I can help myself, of course. 1 hour to beat the game, boys. Or G. Or give away, am I right? Or are you gonna have to give away some of the letters from the giveaway? It's the coolest giveaway ever. Wait. Yeah, there's a group called IVE, and there's definitely Ava Max, which this is how you get a maximum Ava, alright? So be careful with giveaways. They're corrupted. The word has been corrupted successfully. Anyways, I've done my job. I hope you're happy watching the whole thing. Oh, oops. There's nothing to showcase. There's no pictures I can show. It's just a mess, all right? But what got me, if you want to know, what got me is just the quality. Yeah, that's it. Just the quality, you know, the thing. This is like 69 in disguise as well. What the fuck? Weird. Alright, guys. Stop being weird. Why did you watch this thing? What's wrong with you? So much sweat is such a stupid summer. But it's about to be over. And then I'm gonna get into combat. Fighting demons and stuff. Without the angel's help. Yeah, the world is weird. But we'll figure it out somehow, you know? Many people did. I don't feel like a loser yet.